Good morning, students of class 7. Once again, welcome to my history classroom. Today, I will going to discuss question answer of this chapter, that is Turkish invasion of India. You should write all these question answers in your exercise copy and prepare yourself for your terminal exam. So, move on next page. Question number 1. Why did Mahmud of Ghazni invade India? Mahmud of Ghazni wanted to raise a large army and make Ghazni the most powerful kingdom in the region. For this, Mahmud needed money and he had heard about the wealth of India, so he decided to invade India. You will get the answers from your textbook and my PDF also. How did Muhammad Ghori benefit from Mahmud of Ghazni's death? Ghur was a small kingdom at the time, and Mahmud of Ghazni had defeated to the ruler of Ghur and made him his vassal. After Mahmud's death, the Ghaznavid empire had become weak. The Ghur ruler Mujuddin Muhammad took advantage of this and made Ghur independent. He also annexed all Ghaznavid's territories. Why did Muhammad Ghori invade India? Muhammad Ghori was an ambitious ruler. He wanted to expand his empire. He decided to invade India not just for its wealth but also to build an empire. How was the clash between Prithviraj Chauhan and Muhammad Ghori in 1192 different from the clash in 1191? Prithviraj and Muhammad Ghori came face to face once again in 1192. This time, Muhammad's army was better prepared than first time. Prithviraj appealed to the neighboring kings for help. Some Rajputs rulers came to his aid, but unfortunately, the most powerful Rajput ruler, Raja Jayachand of Kanauj, stayed away. That's why Prithviraj was defeated and captured brutally, and his territories also be occupied by Muhammad Ghori. What were the causes for the success of the Turkish in India? India lacked political unity among the Hindustani rulers at that time. There were many small kingdoms flourished. They were constantly quarreled at each other. They failed to unite even in the face of a foreign army, and political disunity therefore helped the Turkish to defeat the rulers. Indian rulers kept small armies. The bulk of the army was under the control of feudal easily chiefs. This made of the rulers dependent on the feudal lords. Further, such armies were more loyal to the feudal lords than to the rulers. This weakened the power of the rulers. India was scientifically backward. No progress had been made in military tactics and warfare techniques. The slow moving elephants and the swordsman were no match for the swift horses and the archers that the Turkish had. Behind all these reasons, the Turkish successively invade India. Impact of the Turkish invasion. It is taken from your last paragraph from your book. Impact of the Turkish invasion. brought about significant changes in political, military, economic, and cultural life of India. The invasion paved the way for the establishment of Delhi Sultanate. It controlled large parts of northern India. Rulers now maintained their own armies. These armies were trained in new techniques of warfare. Horses come to be used increasingly. Um, Lahore and Multan emerge as new trading centers. The contact between the Turks and the Indians gave birth a composite culture. This is witnessed in the art, architecture, food, language, and music also that period. Here is ended our discussion and question answer. Next day, I will start with a new chapter, that is the Delhi Sultanate period. Thank you.